pinkback pelicans here. Now, pinkback pelicans do surprisingly get their names from their pink backs. I know, groundbreaking, right? Which actually happen to be more vibrant during mating season, so it's kind of like they're blushing. They'll stand along the edge of the river, just like those 6 or 7 of them we're doing back there, and swoop out fish. And take a look down on the left. I can see some bubbles in the water. That is a great sign that some Nile hippopotamus are down there. Hippos will walk and sleep along the bottom of the river. Every several minutes or so, their bodies will naturally drift up to the top to give them a breath of fresh air. Then they'll plop them back. Powerful reptiles here on the reserve. That being a Nile crocodile. Sharks can grow about 16 feet long. And they are actually very great parents. With their eggs, they'll put them in their mouths and swish them around, kind of like we do with mouthwash. That keeps their egg at a perfect temperature and ready to hatch. Now, once their egg does hatch, they'll put their little babies in their mouths, which is keeping them safe from any predators. And funny enough, crocs have one of the strongest bite forces. Now, we are about to enter into the savannah, home to a lot of familiar faces here on the reserve. However, take a look at this silly look. And that indeed would be leaves. This tree right here is known as a baobab tree. It only has leaves 3 months out of the year. Now, taking a close look at its branches, don't worry, we're going to be getting closer to them soon. However, let's talk about this eland here on the right. Elands are one of the largest antelopes. He weighs just about 2,000 pounds. He can actually jump about 5 feet up in the air. There's another one right over there. Alrighty, now take a look here on the left. What we're looking for are some African painted dogs. Now, African painted dogs have 4 toes on their paws. Their barks kind of sound like a chirp. The Springbok are the mascot of a lot of South African sports teams. They can jump about 5-6 feet up in the air and 13 feet across. Away in the back left, those are some sable antelope. Sable antelope are the emblem on the reserve. Given the instance where they need to decide to fight or flight, they choose to fight. And they will fight back on their knees. They also founded a color known as sable. It came from the... Let's go see these cattle now. Everyone say bye, zebra. Bye, guys. Bye, Springbok. Nice looking at you for 15 minutes. Look at that straight ahead. There's those in Cody Wachusett cattle. Now, that type of cattle were kept by farmers as a sign of wealth rather than meat and dairy. And those big horns on their head are actually hollow. Helps regulate its blood flow, keeping them nice and cool. And there they are. Not a care in the world. They know what they just did. A songwriter flamingo. Oh, and look at that cattle. He's so sad he wasn't invited. Oh, but we were. Ending being a flamboyance. A flamboyance of flamingo. Try saying that 3 times fast. And look at that cattle. Alright guys, we made it past. And there's those elephants way over there. Elephants will flap their ears, which keeps their bodies nice and cool. Indeed, an African lion. Now, male lions have manes, the females don't. That right there is indeed the female lion. Female lions go out and hunt during the day, whereas a guy lion will stay home and rest. They sleep about 8 to 56 times better than us at night, and their roars can be heard 5 miles away. Pounds each. Now, 2 dozen chicken eggs fit inside 1 ostrich egg. Whereas I know it's going to sound very surprising. 2 dozen ostrich eggs do not fit inside 1 chicken egg. I know! Who'd have thought a theater degree would get you so many ostrich egg facts, but yet here I am. Not only then the Nigerian Norcos. Nigerian Norcos are very playful. They love to climb. They also love to eat. They'll eat pretty much anything, which I'm pretty sure that's why he left them in charge. He gave them a nice little home to live at, and in return, they maintain his little environment for him. And that yellow box there in the middle, that's an elephant and bees box, keeping those elephants away like we were talking about earlier. All of these are great examples of humans and animals coexisting and benefiting each other out. Because unfortunately, a lot of the animals here on the reserve are endangered. However, Disney started the Disney Conservation Fund, which helps to protect animals. Ooh, that is the exit of reserve. What a beautiful way to say goodbye. However, here in Harambe, we don't like to say goodbye because that is far too sad. That is far too final. So instead, we say the small Healy phrase, Walkerini, which means to go well. Friends, I hope y'all had as much fun as I did driving you around the reserve today. Hope y'all got to see so many of your favorite animals. My name is Michael from Tulare, California. Take this time now to gather any personal belongings before we depart. You don't want to leave them behind with me. I will take them to Lost and Found.